close that. That's good. Close out of the main window of that. Let's go ahead and get Hex Chat opened up. Speed runs liver. Throw up some favorites under Rainwave. There she is. So I did see someone else playing a little bit of this the other night. Didn't watch too much. You know, there's a race channel. That's the B button. Hmm. You know what? This is appropriate music for this. Not what I'm doing with my D-pad, by the way. Bam, X. Yeah. Oh, I do have respin. But yeah, you only get one wall jump. I am very disappointed by that. And you don't even give me the fucking ledge grab. So I don't I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to play. I figured I'd just play, like, the first little bit of it. The baby. Sup, buddy? Get on me. Yeah, not a fan of this whole one wall jump thing. Really hope there's a power-up later in the game that gives you more wall jumps. Come here. Sons of bitches. It's a save station, but looks like power's off. Which is weird because the power's not off. No, get over here. More Fang Ball. Oh, we're going down here now. Do I have to? I don't. Yeah, it looks like I need to actually do this, though. Shouldn't have done that. Eat! Shit. Oh, good, it's Anne. I have no mouth, and I must scream. Dire, huh? Oh, I can explain the presence of Metroids in this station. It's a fucking Metroid game. Wow, dialogue choices. That's interesting. Okay, I hate this AI already. That. Atta girl. Of course they have. Yo, there goes my TV. Yo, there it goes again. We might be in trouble, folks. Okay. I need to give it some time. I might be running on emulator tonight. I don't know if it's just because of how warm it is in here that my TV is mechanically having issues. It looks like it might be fine. God damn it. If it's that fucking guy again. Oh. Let's just get all the bugs out of the system right now. Okay. Ball. Yo! I can't select Moonwalk, but it's there. It's not letting me do it. Can I kill this thing? Thank you. Ah! Help! Oh, there's some. Oh, God, yeah, there's something here, all right. Called Samus being dead. Good. Glad I bypassed multiple save stations. Oh, banana. Join the X. Wait a minute. Interesting, they gave me a save point even though I didn't activate the save station. There goes the fucking TV again. Hmm. Who do I want to be? Let's just hope that this is an issue that works itself out. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I want to check if the other game that I brought over is going to work. Sure hope it does. Well, the files are here. That's always a good sign. Looks like it works. I apparently need to watch the opening cutscene. Cannot skip this. Yep, 100% cannot skip this. I can't skip the cutscenes. Well, good to know that it works. But I don't have time for this right now. Alright, I will be right back. All right. I don't know if this color palette is going to be any better or any worse than the one I just switched from. But it is time to get my good luck and my have fun copied and pasted. Let's just sit here and be ready. Don't have time to be doing this, but I'm doing it. Can't fucking stop me. Dude, a couple of my old Duck Game VODs are blowing up. You love to see it. I knew I was missing something. What's going on, Firebat? Wake up, Spacer Crab. Is he awake? There he is. Have luck. Good fun. Thank you, Firebat. Same to you. I knew I forgot to do something. I had to reset my computer earlier. 3, 2, 1. It's a race. I was trying to open up my SD card for my Wii, and it was taking a suspiciously long time. So I had to shut down Windows Explorer, and I couldn't get it to reopen. So I just reset my computer. Also, that I could put 2 games on this SD card that I'm not even sure that I'm actually going to play all the way through. There we go. The first of these two games is a Sega CD role-playing game called Vay, V-A-Y, and it has unskippable cutscenes. So, not sure if I'm actually going to play through that game, or if I'm just going to continue watching the long play of it. Once again, 4097, yuck. And the other game that I put on here was X-Fusion, which I have played a little bit of, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue playing any more of it. I really hope that there's some kind of power-up later on in the game that gives you multiple wall jumps. But that's my big issue with X-Fusion. Is, for whatever reason, you just get one wall jump. And I am not a fan of that. Maybe there's something that can be done about that, like in one of the alternate difficulties? Like maybe that's what the super difficulty is? Doesn't seem like it would be a harder difficulty than the hardest one, because it's first on the list. Racing GT Classic for the tournament qualifiers the past couple of weeks. No excuse for playing bad this time. I always have my litany of excuses. Someone's already tried to reverse that with hacking. Good. Wanted to help him, but didn't have time. Understandable. I mean, if I wanted to play with fusion wall jumping, I would have downloaded the GBA version. Oh, no need to no need to go out of your way for my account. Although other people besides me might enjoy it, but I guess I'm just not like too terribly sure the thought process behind X-Fusion. I mean, they have dialogue options, which is kind of nice. Kind of a different thing for Super Metroid, but at the same time, if it's a reimagining of Fusion in Super Metroid's engine, then why would you make mechanical changes like that? Instead of just letting SM be SM. I mean, the only reason I ever said that I liked Fusion more than Super Metroid was back when I was playing on emulator with a keyboard. Because then you can only have so many buttons pressed at once. So I thought that the simpler controls made for a better experience on emulator. But then I started playing with a controller. Chatting about it while racing is more out of my way. Dang. I was also kind of hoping that wise-ass CO was just not going to be back, but I'm pretty sure he is. Maybe I actually need to read some kind of description for X-Fusion if one is on the Metroid construction page. I just hope that there's a multiple wall jump function at some point. And I also hope, although it's highly unlikely, I hope that they put in a ledge grab. Because Fusion had a ledge grab. It'd be nice to have that, but at the same time, like previously stated, I'm not actually sure how much of it I'm gonna play. Like, it seems like a neat idea and all, but I think if I'm gonna play a Metroid game that's not SM, I probably need to play through Metroid Planets. Because that one is very interesting to me. It's just a shame that there's not, like, a ROM for it. And if there is, and I just don't know about it, then there you go. But pretty sure it's just a browser-based thing. I think it's enough of its own, like, standalone game that they can't actually release ROMs for download, or else they'd get hit with a cease and desist from Nintendo. Kind of the same reason why we're never going to get a ROM for Super Mario crossover. Got him. Fire flower. I'm now frozen, Mario. Oh boy. Also, I'm still kind of intrigued by um, that visual mod that I saw for Oblivion. The unmastered patch. I was really just looking for like optimization patches for Oblivion. Something to actually get it to run as intended. But the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, but it's for Oblivion. And I'm just not sold on putting in a great amount of effort when it comes to that game. I will fucking mod Skyrim all the livelong day, and I have. But I don't know. I think I just need to get my hands on a used copy of the PS3 version of Oblivion, because I don't have an Xbox 360. And if I did, Oblivion would not be the first game I get for it. I admit to being a bit of an odd duck, but the first game I would want to get for Xbox 360 would probably be Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Because I'm actually interested in playing that game. I think at some point I actually started up a list of games that I would want to get on Xbox 360. And the funny thing is, there's not a long list. Like, I really have to get on Wikipedia and make some decisions there. Honestly, I think I'm more interested in the idea of getting a replacement for my original Xbox because I have a lot of games for that. Including a handful of games that I actually really like. Mostly the Burnout games. And also, I'm not actually sure that the Xbox itself has completely stopped working. Because there was something that happened a little while ago where I couldn't get either of my Nintendo Wiis to turn on. But then, like, I I moved them to a different power strip, and they seemed to be working just fine. And then I brought them back into the power strip that they're normally on, and as you can see, they're working just fine. So I don't know if it was just an issue of maybe it took like a little bit of a power spike or something, but really just be more interested in getting either a replacement for that thing or possibly a backwards compatible 360. Because that was definitely the generation of consoles that I remember backwards compatibility being a feature that was kind of up in the air. Some consoles had it, some didn't. And the overwhelming majority of the games that I have on Xbox are the Xbox exclusives. Think like the Burnout games and like a sports game or two are the only multiplats that I have on Xbox. Also, I need to double check how many PS3 games I actually have. Or if I... My biggest reason for having that console is just 3D Game Heroes. Pretty sure I had the digital copy of Infamous. That's the ceiling, buddy. There we go. I know I've got Tales of Xillia and Little Big Planet. But I don't really remember too much past that. Definitely more of a PS2 gamer. That is the system where I have probably the most amount of games. I think I'm like just over 200. And some of those games are actually good. And some other of my PS2 games are like Chess Master and that one wacky pinball game. I mean, it's a cool pinball game, don't get me wrong, but it's not a game that people would regularly think of when they think of PlayStation 2 games. Like, I can't even remember the name of it offhand. Like, I've got enough PS2 games that you can't even, like, see them all on my shelf. I had to stack them too deep. But the ones that reside in the back row do so for a reason. I guess the same is true with my NES and SNES collections. It's like, oh no, don't worry about what games are in the back row. We only go back there when it's time to activate danger mode. We haven't needed to do that in years. Although I do kind of feel like doing like a random PS2 game stream. It's like 10-15 minutes per game. And then I just like use the fortune cookie feature on Backloggery. Because that's never backfired on me in the past. Surprise, you have to play 30 minutes of Todd McFarlane's Evil Prophecy. Ha. I have veto powers for when that shit comes up. I'd actually be surprised if I still have a copy of that game. There is nothing about that game that feels good, except for turning it off and taking it out of the system. Then, of course, you get the absolute treasures like the X-Men Legends games or Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I need to do another playthrough of Ultimate Alliance at some point. Last time I played that game was for the Fantastic Four marathon, pseudo marathon that I did a number of years ago. Back when I found out that Rise of the Silver Surfer is actually a pretty good video game. I think I need a gimmick, you know? Need like a group of games that are somehow related to each other. And then just like find a month where I'd be willing to just blow through these games. But alas, the stars of free time and energy don't line up quite the way that they used to. And besides, I still have lots of stuff on Steam that I want to get to at some point. I was actually messing around with some stuff on Steam recently. I downloaded the demo for a game called Verho, which is pretty interesting. It is very, very inspired by the old Kingsfield games, with a very intentionally retro look. Played around a bit more with this game that I've had for a while, called Violet Cycle. And I didn't remember it. I didn't remember from the initial time I played it, but that game is like a kind of a roguelike where you don't make continuous progress and you just do like individual runs. but like visually speaking, the graphics in that game are unlike anything else I can think of that I've ever seen. It's a very unique looking game. It's just if I could ever figure out how to like efficiently control it, might be in for something. And then I just recently reinstalled the T-mod loader for modded Terraria playthroughs. Been messing around with the Calamity mod some more. The Calamity mod is fucking nuts. Like, I don't know how you're actually supposed to fight some of those bosses. Oh. I also keep seeing this free-to-play game on Steam it's a horse racing game, but with cute anime girls instead of horses. I'm really unsure how to feel about that game. It seems like an interesting idea. But really, I think I just want to watch those goofy YouTube videos again. The goofy Japanese horse racing video game videos. Haven't seen those in a long damn time. And then the other night decided to sink a couple hours into Morrowind again. Doesn't hurt that I've got a character right near the beginning of Morrowind. So it's just kind of like an open book as to what I can go and do. And, you know, might be right near the beginning of the game, but I've still almost already fully assembled a set of Daedric armor. You've unfortunately got to do like half of one of the DLCs in order to get a complete set of Daedric armor. unless you feel like killing off a rather important NPC. No, no! Dang, dude. Things just kept falling apart. Man, I know that feeling. One disaster after another. Yeah, I know that feeling. Dang, dude, that sucks. I feel like there was another game on Steam that I was recently messing around with. Well, I know it's not the one that I'm trying to think of, but I did recently get myself a Power Wash Simulator. It came down to like 12 or 13 bucks. So I was like, you know what, let's do this. Plus, I also wanted to make sure that uh, my new card information went into Steam just fine. Yeah, because now that that's all done and dusted, I can go ahead and mention the fact that that was an unwelcome source of anxiety over the past month, where I had somehow missed my replacement bank card in the mail. So I had to go out and get a replacement, which thankfully is kind of trivial. But there was like 2 or 3 days where my bank card just didn't work. But thankfully, I've got like a 5 or 6 day grace period on my rent for my apartment. But still, had to get through like 3 or 4 days without having that functionality. And of course, my other complaint, which is nothing new, is it has been fucking hot lately. And it is an absolute pain in the ass trying to get my apartment cool off. Bank actually canceled my card when they found out I didn't have a phone anymore. Dang. Hadn't had one for more than 5 years at that point. Oh god. He should be dead. Went back to using cash. Kinda like it this way. Even get discounts sometimes. Nice. Yeah, I had the forethought of pulling out a couple $100 in cash before it was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when I wasn't going to have access to my bank card. And then that Monday is when I went out to the bank and just got a new one right then and there. But yeah, it was kind of nice walking around having like actual cash money and enough of it to be dangerous. It's actually what helped facilitate a really, really good start to my day. I think like this past Monday. Because at first it was just, okay, I need to go out to the gas station and then I need to go out to the grocery store. But while I'm out, I decided to stop in at this record store that I usually go to when my dad is in town. And I was looking for two very specific CDs. Blood Dynasty by Arch Enemy and Sabotage by Black Sabbath. Blood Dynasty was the only Arch Enemy album they had. And then when I turn around and I see the section of Black Sabbath CDs, Sabotage was the first one sitting out. So I literally did not even spend 5 minutes in that store before I found exactly what I was looking for. As soon as I got back in my car, I said to myself, I know one way I can make this an even better morning. I think it might have been noon at that point, but it was like, I can think of one way to make this day better. And that is, I went to a little diner that's in our downtown area that sells delicious little sliders. Better than White Castle, in my opinion. Because first of all, this little place, I don't even know if it seats 20 people. It's a teeny tiny little place. But they also don't use rehydrated minced onion like White Castle does. They use like an actual small handful of sliced onions. And I swear to God, the ratio of meat to onion on these burgers is almost weighted more in the favor of the onions. It's kind of ridiculous. They just take this little meatball and just like completely cover it in these sliced onions. Smash that shit down on the grill and let it do its magic. The one side effect of going to that place is you smell like onions for the rest of the day. But I wasn't complaining, because it had been a long time since the last time I had gone there. And they actually renovated a little bit. But the other reason I thought to go there on that day was because I had cash. Because, pretty sure they're a cash-only restaurant. But then after I got home and after I had eaten, I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and said, well, what do I do now? So I took a nap for a couple hours. It's like, let's just put a cap on that. Get back to shit in a couple hours. But yeah, I haven't been in our downtown area in a very long time. Not much has changed. But still, it's a part of town that you don't really go to unless you need something that is specifically there. Not really too many great reasons to go downtown. Okay. There we go. That trip to the record store is still just kind of funny in my head because whenever I go there with my dad, I always feel like I end up looking around for 30 minutes and finding like nothing. Then the one time I go there by myself and I find both the CDs that I'm looking for pretty much instantly. Uh-oh. Okay. Good old iframes. That was a little sketchy. Not Timmy. Pretty sure that meatball explosion would have actually killed me if it hit me too. Maybe it would have like taken me down to like single digit health, but I don't know offhand how much damage those things do. 55-30. Not bad. Need that 30 seconds to come off though. Need to quit flubbing jumps. It's not really like bosses misbehaved in this run either. Phantoon could have been a little bit quicker. Like Botwoon could have gone better. I'm not always necessarily seeing where this time can come off. But it's gonna have to, one way or another, because I know I can cut 57 with this route. And again, I don't think I have to learn anything new. I just need to have my map navigation go smoothly. And then have good boss fights. And then hit done in time. I hit enter, but it didn't go. There we go. 57-46. GG. It's like Mystic Quest arranged? Mystic Request 2. Oh, okay. GG. Kill the frames! Kill the frames! Can double hit and stack. Oh, yeah. Well, we got away with that one. See, what in Steam was I thinking about? Well, there was the demo of Hack and Climb that I picked up, but I haven't actually played that yet. Oh, that's right. I tried out Ion Fury the other night, and oh my god, I love that game. And we cut the 7 in LN and Turian. Nice. Dude, Ion Fury is a very fun game. I expected it to be broken down into levels and not necessarily just having checkpoints. But it's still a really cool game. Air Force! Real Work Slogans keeps going and going. Stop out of the race channel for right now. Oh boy. Batteries are still holding out. Let's see what this is. I want to know if it's any different. It's already different. Because it looks like I'm starting with Gravity Suit. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Is this just like New Game Plus, maybe? And I've got Speed Booster. I think I just have everything. I'm not getting the wall jump pose, so it looks like that's still a thing. Well now. I am more intrigued than I was previously. Does that mean I can actually fight this thing, or do I still have to get my ass kicked? Pretty sure I still have to get my ass kicked. Boink. 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 And I still have to wait for this dummy to run through the walls. I don't have a pause screen just yet. Oh, baby. Spring ball. I do like that meta worked in series. Yeah, I've played up until, like, right after the very first boss. So I know a little bit of what's going on. not that much. Oh, that thing shoots. And I have super missiles. Super-de-duper missiles. Oh, are these... Those are screw attack tiles. In that case, I should probably be careful. Yep, no ledge grab. This guy should be pretty easy. If I can fucking activate him. Damn. Get wrecked. No, I've got to talk to Dimwit. Because then he gives you the map and then it forces you into the pause screen. Nice. Spike Breaker is good stuff. Huh? Oh, those are spikes? Why? They're fucking ladders in Fusion. I did. How did I turn that off? There we go. I don't think I want to go that far. Okay, so we need to restore power to the deck somehow. And those are crumble blocks. Okay, I'm not stuck down here. Okay, we do have speed keep. So that's good to know. Again, I don't think I want to go over to Area 3. Kind of think I went a little bit too far. I really don't think I want to go to Area 6. Oh, screw that guy. I want my missiles. Okay. There's dudes up there. Oh, wow. That's a lot of fucking damage. Like, that is a non-trivial amount of damage that he just did to me. I'm assuming there's something I can do about that. Well, let's get to a save station. They almost got me. Oh. For if you don't have screw attack. Duh. There was a room with an X in it up here. That might be where I need to go. It also might be completely closed off. Okay. We'll come back here. Okay. Question mark. My machine code. Silliest explanation ever. Objection! Okay. please don't expose my computer. I found one. Good to know that poker is a thing in this universe. Sector Tro. I want to get back to that save station. And I'm not going to do it going this way. Even in this game, I can't jump over fucking knee-high ledges. So I'm assuming that the big scary spider is just, like, kind of a gatekeeper for right now? Or you're just, like, not supposed to go that way? Guess who's gonna go that way? I mean, not, like, right now. I wanted to go up here and see what was going on. Ship? Can has ship? I can't actually get into it. But it's there. I guess that's good to know. Well, you can't really do much of anything about him. You can kind of wear him like a hat. Neat. Ah, I need power bombs to get through there. Probably a good place to stop for right now. Interesting. New Game Plus definitely seems intriguing. Now, do I really confuse myself and play as actual Fusion Samus here? Neat. Is the cutscene gonna break? Nope, we good. All right. Time to bounce around to a handful of different websites and see if there's anything interesting. Well, killed Rainwave. Ah, yes. The good old meme of blasted dog tried to steal me nuggets. And it's a man holding a lizard that has a chicken nugget in his mouth. Hell yes. There's a maiden ROM hack for Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I want to see more pictures. Okay. Okay, someone did a good job. Rare occasion I actually find something halfway good on Twitter. Okay. Get me off of this website. It's a 59-minute long Starfield critique that I'm probably going to end up watching. Yo, I'm signed in as Phaser Crab. I am one of the only people that Spacer Crab is following. So I just looked in the feed and saw my own stream sitting there. It's like, wait a minute. You know, Twitch, what if I don't want to accept your new terms of service? You ever think about that? Yo. Okay, it doesn't look like he's still playing it, but at least earlier Murph was playing some Dragon's Crown. That's gonna be cool to watch. I'd go watch him right now, but I have to race a Metroid. That's how this works, right? Let's open up Discord. Oh, I'm already in the Sprite Dev channel. Ooh, neat. Lynn from Fire Emblem 7. Neat. Pop out of that. Head over to the Varia site. I don't think there's anything new. Not since the last time I looked, anyways. There's still a bunch of sprites on here that I haven't used yet. It's just unfortunate that the Varia credits, yeah, the Varia RTA timer stats and credits, that like messes with more stuff than it used to. And I think that was also the thing that was like crashing the intro. So if I want to remake all of my ROMs, I've got to do it without the RTA timer and credits, which kind of sucks. Also, I'm not sure, when it comes time for me to remake all of these ROMs, I'm not sure that I want to remake 10 of each ROM. I think I want to have the first one of the pack be the vanilla palette for whatever sprite I'm going with, but then only have like 4 or 5 more after that. Is making like 10 or 11 of these ROMs per character is a little silly. And then you have to remember I have to put the speed demos patch on all of them. All right. I will be right back. latest versions are still busted. Um, I haven't tried to download any more of those ROMs. Um, but the um, the little flag in the upper left-hand corner doesn't indicate that there have been any updates since the last time I tried to download some of that stuff. Hope it's nap time after this race, but I might have to give someone a ride home from work. Oh, man. It'll be nap time after that, though. Now, part of my issue might just be because all of these ROMs that I use have the same file names. So a lot of them are reading off of like the same save data. And I don't know if that could mess with stuff, but it wasn't until like the most recent couple of updates that I noticed that the Varia RTA timer and credits and all that switches out where it says energy, and it instead gives your in-game location. Also, the whole issue with the timer not being right. And then there was the fucking maid, Samus, that just for whatever reason, there were just no enemies in the game. So I don't know if they've messed around with it since the last time I tried to download sprites. But I do know that if I download more, then I'm just gonna have to go without the RTA timer. The Varia credits. Which is unfortunate, because I like the Varia credits. I just wish that they didn't mess with stuff in the game. Go ahead and mess with the credits. Like, sometimes my starting health would just be at 0. It's weird stuff. I'm far too much of a caveman to know how any of that stuff works. I can patch a ROM and that's about it. Nice, Drewski's in the race now. But I still need to get this SD-ROM or this SD card cleaned up a little bit. Need to get some new stuff put onto it. And I need to delete a whole bunch of shit. Now MM2 is here. Nice. And I still think um, on the various site, their decision to have the color bar have sliders, I I don't understand that decision. It needs to have like check boxes. Just having a slider would insinuate that there's not just like preset colors. I think even like the little help box that's by the color bar shows you like examples of like what sprites would look like at various values. But there's no like in between points of those values. Actually, wasn't Holden in a real recent race? Thought I remembered seeing him. Good fun, have luck. Thank you, Firebat. Same to you. These other guys in the race don't need luck. Race will begin. 3, 2, 1. It's a race. We are the Fusion Lady. Ceres Station is just soaked with blood. Holy crap. That extra large. $42.78. Damn it, these 46s. Still curious as to whatever happened to that Iron Man sprite that someone was working on like years ago for SM. Haven't seen like anything more from it except just like the run cycle. Still wish I had a less cluttered version of the Uniracers sprite sheet. Just like labeling on the one that exists would be nice. Just so I could tell the difference between the bike standing completely vertically or with like a tiny bit of Z-twist to it. I feel like that would be really helpful. I still think that a Uniracer's sprite for SM would be so cool. And I don't think anyone else has had the idea. But my god, it is such a huge task. Now this song is giving me a really dumb idea. But what about the Vic Viper as an SM sprite? It would obviously be very small. Kind of wondering what that would look like. Wouldn't have to worry about any of like the diagonal aiming sprites. Wouldn't have to worry about a run cycle. Probably wouldn't even have to worry about a morph ball. So I thought that one of the Gradius games used like a smaller version of the ship as a menu cursor. Another option would be like the ship from R-Type. Because you could give it like one of those little attachments on the front. I would want a remixed version of the SM soundtrack that has that Konami synth hit. Remake the Super Metroid soundtrack just with the Konami sound font. You know, honestly, it's not the worst idea I've ever had. We just have to make it so that the elevator pose is just the same as everything else, where it's just the side view of the ship. Just have to make the decision of having it facing right or left. Probably have it facing to the right. And there wouldn't really be a turnaround animation, because I don't think there are any sprites of the Vic Viper turning around. It might just be the easiest to do sprite idea that I've had. But at the same time, it'd be cutting and pasting that one sprite or that one string of sprites, just dozens of times. Because really, like, oh dang, Drewski's already gone. That sucks. Because the only animation for the Vic Viper would be like the flames coming out of the jets on the back. Maybe it's got some more animation to it than that, but I'm gonna need to see a Gradius 3 sprite sheet. Because I think you can do this. Then the hard part is going to be trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the default palette on that picture. On the Samus sprite sheet. And just having to replace all those colors to make sure they line up with what the Vic Viper actually looks like. I stood up too soon. Actually, it's been long enough since I've played Gradius 3. I don't know if there is any, like, flames coming out of the jets on the back. I think maybe there are, like, right when you start up the level, maybe? And the ship, like, kind of tilts back and forth. But I'm thinking it's kind of a static sprite. And if you just put the nose of the ship right where Samus's arm cannon is... Definitely gonna have to grab that sprite sheet tonight. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing any work on it tonight. Unless it is just a static sprite. And it's just copying and pasting it in the right spot a bunch of times. I might just have to grab myself a drink and a sandwich and see how far I can get before it's time to go to bed. Even if there are, like, jet flames coming out of the back, still can't be that many frames of animation for what that is. Right into the suit. probably the most awkward thing about this sprite idea is the fact that spin jump would look kind of wonky. Because first of all, he wouldn't spin. But like the takeoff and the landing from spin jump, especially the landing, can put the sprite in some different places. There's always the possibility that the Vic Viper is just too long of a sprite. Might have to go with the NES version. Actually, what I was thinking earlier was that um, that one of the Gradius games uses a smaller version of the Vic Viper as an in-menu cursor, and I don't think that's actually the case. I think there's a smaller image of the ship that's on like the weapon equip, like the loadout screen from Gradius 3, where it's like giving you a visual demonstration of what each of the things does. And I think that's what I'm thinking of. Excuse me. It just might be crazy enough to work. But I still need to lay eyes on the actual sprite sheet. Because Samus gets really close to the ground when she lands with that spin jump. So there would just be like this kind of awkward shift back up a little bit. I'd really like it if I was onto something with this idea. Because my Uniracers idea, far too complicated. My duck game sprite, far too complicated. And can just outright rule out doing this with Starbound characters. Starbound sprite sheets are basically just paper dolls. And you have to put all the clothing and equipment and weapons onto the paper doll. And then you have to get animation for all of that crap too. Ah, yes, just a picture of a spaceship. That could work. Come on, right fast. I dare you. That's left and not fast. You jerk. And I hit a flame. He might be too close. Nope. Just close enough. I hit him with one. Fuck. Not good. Well, we didn't die. Sure tried to, apparently. Kilroy was here. Gravity Sweets. And the purple fusion suit looks so good. It's a shame that this sprite really does not play well with palette swaps. And I need an energy refill. Come on, man. I want that last one back. No. Oh wow, these fireballs are really hard to see. That song turned into something from Kirby all of a sudden. Hands up, don't shoot. Here we go. Hey, there's MM2 taken first with a 46-10 GG. Come on. That song just kind of ended. And there's Firebat taking second with a 49-13 GG. You know, I did see PJ streaming earlier. I wonder if he's been on Rainwave tonight, piggybacking off of some of his viewers and requests. So I think him and Murph both use the game channel on Rainwave. It's just there's a name or two in the request line that I recognize from their chats. And I know I saw Clade streaming as well, because he does his SMZ3 runs on Fridays. But I'm pretty sure he just listens to in-game music. I don't think he goes with Rainwave. I wish he was Zeb Skip this week. This big ugly bitch living in a jar. Yeah, he did. I fucking saw that. Thank goodness I didn't get all excited. The Reddit Fantoon played a 41 after. Dang, man. So Drewski taking third with a 53-54. GG. There are no memes for fourth place. $56.01. Yuck. I mean, it's going to be a low 58, but that number needs to start getting lower. me off this rock. 58-12. GG. That was my volume button. Thankfully it went down instead of up. Alright. First thing I need to do. Spriter's resource. CustomerSurveysOnline.com? That's not the Spriter's resource. It's not just SpritersResource.com? Oh, Spriter's -resource. Alright, first one I want to look up is Gradius 3. Okay, that's good. So there's... At least in Gradius 3, he comes in 3 different sizes. There is a blue flame coming out of the back jet. But this sprite seems small enough that we could get it to fit into Samus's sprite box pretty easily. This also does not look like a complete sheet. Seeing some frames of animation that aren't here. So next, I would want to check NES for Gradius and Gradius 2. Dear Force! Yeah, maybe I'm just crazy, but I thought that there was at least like 2 frames of animation on the jet flame. Finally, I want to check Game Boy Advance for Gradius Advance. And there's no sprite sheet for Vic Viper. Huh. That's weird. I guess I could check one more game. And that is Salamander. but I'm not seeing it on this website. So in lieu of that, Life Force. Oh, Life Force is Salamander. Okay, good. Player 2 in Life Force was named Lord British? That's fucking funny. Yeah, and this has the perspective change. So you see like a top-down view of the ship when you're going vertically. Well, let's do this. Thanks for races. Smiley face. Frame the frames! Frame the frames! So now, I definitely want to check if I'm just not remembering Gradius 3 correctly. This shit doesn't matter. Okay. There's 2 frames of animation, but you can't really call it animation. It's really just flickering colors. But still, I think that is interesting idea that I had. I might have to do something with it. But that'll be at some other time, because we did in fact did it. Damn. Drewski lost 157 points, and I lost 2. But I gained 9 in the early race. I'm down to 32. Still got some work to do to get back into the green. But if I do it, I'm going to be getting another bop. So that'll be fun if that ever happens. So yeah, another big thank you goes out to Punk for hanging out with some more Vampire Survivors earlier tonight. That game is still a lot of fun, and there's still lots more to do. So we're probably gonna be at that for probably another couple of months. Especially since we're only getting together once a week to play it for a couple hours. And if shit keeps going like it did tonight, oh my god. Never had such a hard time in Mad Forest. And of course, a big thank you to Insane Firebat and everybody else from the SRL races. It's always a lot of fun. We'll be back to do it next week all over again. And for everybody else, thanks for stopping by, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. See ya!